healing, self-care,
mental health,
Black, joy,
women.
real Black girl shit. To be whole is to be healed. Black girl joy, healing journey. Black woman be whole.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the Black Woman Be Whole podcast. We're your hosts, Kim, Marquia, and Ednesha.
What's up? What's
Black women
Hey,
working
y'all.
on
What's up?
being
Hey,
whole.
what's
We're
up,
working
what's
on being
up?
whole today. We're trying to get our energy right. Ooh, it's going to be rough, but we're going to give you something today. I promise. We on episode 13, still in season 3.
Could
One
be
more to
episode
go.
2. Soon as the reboot.
Still.
Ah,
You don't have to throw still in there, Kim. That was rough. Let everybody know what we've been doing. Fucking
We're still
Ah.
here.
Damn. Oh man, we're gonna get through it. We're gonna make it. One more again, and then we could do our whole new spiel and do some other things. But this episode is entitled Talk to Me Nice, right? We're going to
Talk to
talk
me
about
nice.
communication and how to not talk to me, because then you're gonna get that dragon.
Don't
And
get slapped.
so and then we're gonna, we know what we gotta do, right? We're gonna do the housekeeping. Before we get into that, let me check it with my girls. Ladies, what are y'all working on this week? What's going on? What you working on now?
What's up,
Trying to
Marquia?
keep
What's good?
sane. Trying to keep sane. It's been a rough month and a half. I'm just going to leave it at that. So just trying to make it through with all of my faculties.
That's always important. For all of them. Not one or two, but all the faculties.
Just have a couple with you. What about you, Ednesha? What's going on?
You know what I'm working on? I realized that I want to get better at my public speaking skills. Now, if you offer me a public speaking gig, I'm going to say yes, because some years ago I said I was just going to say yes to everything. But what y'all don't know is that I get like seriously anxious before I have to speak. Like, it's rough. I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. It's going to be quick. One time I had a speaking engagement and everything in me was like, you can't do this. I was so nervous that I went to the bar beforehand. I had a drink and I had a whole plan to fall down the steps just enough that I was hurt enough that I didn't have to do the speaking engagement, but I didn't break a leg.
That
I
is
was
very
like,
wild.
Yo, I got to keep it real. I was like, this is the way I'm going to get out this shit. Right? And I had a drink at the bar. I saw a staircase right next to it. I was like, yo, if I fall down the steps, it can't nobody ask me to do shit at that point. But it's got to be bad enough that I go to the hospital to actually completely get out of it. Because if I hurt myself, motherfuckers like, oh, well, we got to cheer for you. You don't even got to stand up. You can sit down and speak. So yes, it gets like that, y'all. So I want to work on that. I think that the anxiety definitely has decreased, but sometimes I feel like a deer in headlights when I first start. So I kind of want to work through those type of things. So that's what I'm working on. I'm looking for a coach. Anybody out there, DM us if you can help me. Remember shit, keep my message all together. I got a message, but I can't always remember what I want to say. I am in perimenopause, y'all. Having a lot of symptoms. One of them is memory issues. So that's what I'm working on, y'all.
I'm gonna need the coach to throw you to push you down the stairs if you don't get on that stage.
I'm going to give you something to cry about.
Maybe this is just leftover trauma from being a child. I don't know. But I said I was going to keep it real with y'all. Like, I was really going to fall down the steps.
Who would threaten to push you down the stairs? I'm gonna need you to root through that memory and find out, because that shit is wild. Yo, this is how we kicking on 13. Lucky number 13, y'all. Y'all get that good stuff today.
I'm fucked up in the game, y'all.
Oh, Lord. Why I had to go after that? I don't have to go after that. I'm trying to weather this fucking cold, man. I'm tropical, people. This shit is absolute trash. Like, I'm freezing all the time. I don't know what's going on, but I need this weather to let up so that I can get a little warmth. I don't like winter activities. Don't have me outside in the cold.
I don't like winter, so I feel you on that.
Man, fuck
Okay.
winter.
For all these people out there listening, we from New York, and Marquia's from upstate New York. I need New Yorkers to stop fucking complaining about the shit that happen every year. Ain't none of y'all moved to a warmer climate, but every winter it's like, oh, it's cold. You know it's gonna be cold.
It's getting more cold. Global warming actually is actually colder now in 2024 than it has been in the past. So you know, negative numbers in the wind chill.
That extra 3 degrees, y'all like, I can't. I'm done.
Listen, I'm wearing the hoodie, the thick socks, the blanket. I'm tired of this shit. I don't want it.
I wear ski pants. Let me be clear. Fuck all that other shit. I wear ski pants outside if I'm running errands. If I got to go out somewhere, I might wear some actual pants. But if I'm just going fucking around outside, give me some ski pants, y'all. And my ski socks and my boots. I'm not trying to be cold. So, yeah.
Shout out to my low blood, low iron anemic
people. You know who you are.
Right out there.
You know y'all out there.
It's rough out there, sis. I feel you. Okay. Well, that's what we doing. But what's something that recently caught your attention? Here go that favorite part of the show.
But now it's their favorite. Now, you know, they was talking shit about me, y'all. Y'all remember. Now, all of a sudden,
I didn't say it was my favorite.
It's our
for the
favorite.
record, I said nothing. I did not say our. And maybe she was being facetious. It's possible.
I think so. Yes, I was.
Okay. So, of course, your girl has to be keeping up with politics because how can you not? Like, America's burning down. Ron DeSantis has stepped out of the race. That's what caught my eye because my thought is that you came in second in Iowa. I really think he's trying to vie for VP. That's what I think. I think he's trying to set it all up. So now we got Trump and Nikki Haley. And I'm just going to say Namrata because that's her real name. If there is no racism that exists, I doubt that you would be changing your name in order to be more palpable for the people. So stop with the bullshit, Namrata. Okay. I know that this country is not about to have a woman and a woman of color running. Hell no. And so we got Trump again, y'all.
They didn't want Hillary. They ain't want her. So
if they didn't want Hillary in her pantsuits, okay, the white woman, they definitely is not gonna mess with Namrata. So now we down to Trump and Biden again. This is gonna be an interesting year. No, it's gonna be an interesting 5 years. And so, yeah,
crazy.
That's what caught my eye is that the America's burning down, and I'll leave it at that.
Been burned. Okay.
Yeah, it's been burnt, but this shit's gonna burn all the way down to the ground. I'm gonna be an expat living in Costa Rica somewhere. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
You know, people looking at Blacksit, they ready to go. They've been talking that shit though, so it's like, what? When you going?
Right.
We're about to pull a trigger, all of us together at one time. We're gonna pick some places. We're gonna pick 6 places. Just like how they be like, oh, this is the best cities for Black people to move to. We're gonna make somewhere in Atlanta. We're gonna make somewhere in North Carolina. We're gonna make somewhere else in Houston. We out, y'all.
I think we really should just take over like one of those little ghost towns and build them up. Like, oh, we here. We taking over this shit. It's ours now. We claiming it. What about you, Marquia?
This week, you know, SNL was good on Saturday. You know, they revisited the Shannon Sharp, Cat Williams interview.
Oh, Lord.
I will say the impersonation was very good. Whoever played Shannon Sharp had that, oh, no, Cat, why are you doing them like that, Cat? Down. That was...
Did he mention blue diamonds? Did he mention blue diamonds? Because Uncle Shay Shay stayed talking about that Viagra. He called them blue diamonds.
Wait, what?
Yo.
Yes, you need to follow him and Ocho. Him and Ocho.
Oh my God, are a mess. They are a mess.
Not what Ocho wearing a bonnet with no hair.
He be like, if you ain't at least 180 pounds, I don't want to see you. He like, I like them nasty. Oh
God.
He be like, them blue diamonds, Ocho, them blue diamonds. You like, sir.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a rough few weeks. So I've probably seen things and just didn't care, if I'm being honest, because I'm just trying to make it. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I know it's not my usual energy.
It is what it is. And you're not in the stage where anything's catching your attention because life is whooping that ass.
Oh, I've been watching Millionaire Matchmaker, and wow, I don't know why we let this show have its day. Patty Stenger is very mean. She is
Oh, she's
calling
a
people
mess.
fat to their face. And I'm like, oh, girl, but no. Hey, have
And
your
she got a
opinions.
funny ass shape, so
That's
she
what I'm
can't be talking.
saying. So, like, you know, when you throw those rocks, you gotta
Right.
make sure that your things are in order. So I've been watching that, and it's on Netflix. Also, y'all, original Love and Hip Hop, Louis Gucci Prada is on Netflix. So if you would like to see vintage Carly Red, do
I
that.
think she was beautiful for all that work. I don't
Oh
love
no,
all
no,
the
I
work
don't
she's
think she's
done.
unattractive,
She
but
looks
Louis
good
Gucci
now.
Prada.
Wait. She looks
No,
good now.
I don't like all the work she's had. I felt like she was fine before, but I mean, everybody has to each his own about their decision. But
She corrected
I don't think
her
she
work,
needed
though.
it.
She corrected her work.
Okay.
She looking youthful.
Well, Louis Gucci Prada. That's what the point of that statement was. Go watch you some Carly Red in them heels and Jocelyn walking in, you know, a classic. Hey, mate.
Jocelyn.
I see you with your mate outfit on, like you always do. So many classic moments. Maybe I'll watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta from the beginning.
Stevie.
Don't send me back to the strip club. Don't send me back to the strip club, Stevie.
Stevie.
A moment. Reality TV when it was good. So yeah, that was random, but at least there were hopefully some laughs. Kim, what about you?
Okay, so while we were talking, I was scrolling and something came back into my purview view. And I really want to talk about Common. Like, and him dating all the ladies and being community peen. I feel like he is. Let me run down all the women's that Common has
all
dated.
of them. Give us
the highlights, because I'm pretty sure it's a bunch
of
in
we
there.
don't know about.
Right.
There's more.
You know, I don't slept with a person or two, didn't count them. I feel you. You know.
These are the ones he made public. Motherfuckers like he ain't really on the list.
Yeah, like they ain't make it. I forgot. You know, that's how it goes sometimes. Like, don't count that. I was in a moment. Okay, now Kim Jones, I guess that's his baby mother. Erykah Badu, Taraji Henson, Serena Williams, Angela Rye, Tiffany Haddish, and Jennifer Hudson.
Crazy.
And now Jennifer Hudson.
She's got like 3 DUIs since the end of that relationship.
Tiffany definitely changed after that relationship. So yikes.
Common, what you doing out here giving up that neo soul peen? What you doing?
That shit's special. That shit's special.
He's singing to you and everything.
I mean, he's very fine though. Like, he is beautiful.
Ooh, Lord.
That's that motherfucker got run you bath.
He taking you to yoga with him, all types of good shit. Y'all meditating in the morning.
Light the candles. You like,
and he piping you down. God damn.
He's gonna make you a cute meal. Like, here's an omelet for you with some bacon, bro, and avocado.
Not bacon. It's probably a vegan omelet. It's probably actually with just egg and some voila cheese.
An amazing smoothie.
And then he's gonna sit there and read poetry to you. Read poetry to you. He's gonna do it different. Like, let's take a walk by the water. That's the trap, ladies. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. He's been healed.
Fuck out of that. I'm all in.
I just hope he doesn't break up with her. I'd rather have a good
time for a short time than not a good time at all.
I just don't want him to break up with her in the next week. Because, like, as soon as he goes public, then it's like it goes to shit. So, you know,
common effect, right? Everybody listen. Ooh, not like the Kardashian effect, but definitely there's a common effect. It feels like, you know.
Yeah. And the girls be down bad afterwards.
Well, no, Angela Rye, she came right back. She got Jalen.
No, she was sad. And also, like, Jalen from Common, girl.
Oh, wait. Okay. I'm a little older. You better respect the Fab Five of Michigan, girl. Stop playing.
Okay, I Still Have Eyes. And Common versus Jalen Rose, I'm going Common.
It's a different type of swag. Again,
it's not. Not with that wig on his head, not with that carpet that he had on his head.
Okay, these new braids is really looking real pedestrian, but
okay. So again, Common is comfortable in his bald. Okay, he is a confident bald king, and he's fine.
I did see Angela Rye and Angela Rye and Jalen Rose at a gala in DC, and he had those braids, and his tux pants was a little too short for me. He wasn't giving what I thought he should be given.
Okay, so
She
like I
looked
said,
amazing.
I have eyes. Yeah, she looked
She
great.
was killing it. The outfit,
Angela,
everything.
don't
She had
cancel
her
us,
mom and
girl.
daddy
By the
with her.
way, don't cancel us. By the way, love you down, but I just,
she might not be with him, folks.
I'm a fan.
And
I'm a fan of Angela for sure.
Let's wait until Q4 2024. Let's see if he's still here. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Then you can say you told you so.
Right.
Oh Lord.
Season
I just
3.
wanted her with like a, someone that's like a little younger, a little just more on her vibe, like that matches her fly. And he was given uncle.
I mean, he do look like he spray his hair a little bit because that black is too black. You know, he from Detroit,
it's
so
giving Beijing.
He a little Bama. He's from Detroit. He's spraying that shit.
For sure.
That shit is sprayed. That shit is fried, dyed, late to the that shit.
That look like a Tyler Perry piece.
Yeah, I just don't love him for her. I don't know, somebody else.
All right,
listen. Love is in the air, I guess. We'll just figure it out. I don't know. Like, listen, commenters on Jennifer Hudson's talk show, so they talking, they communicating, which is what our topic is about today. We're talking about communication, y'all. And I think it's important we do that. It's time for us to reevaluate our communication, really look at, the triggers, everything. Because, whoo, baby, it feels like people are more sensitive. It feels like a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what we're talking about today. I think communication is more than just words exchange, right? It shapes our relationship with yourself, relationship with others, how you talk to yourself, our understanding, and ultimately our well-being, right? Whether it's spoken, unspoken, because the face tell all the damn story, even if you're not saying nothing.
God damn it. Turn your face off.
Listen, communication brings us together. Like when it's a whole vibe and we kikiing, yes, haha. Or when it's not, and we like, nah, bitch. Sidebar, last episode, the word motherfucker came up like 30 times. Samuel L. Jackson would be proud of us. Okay.
Wait, what?
We cursed like sailors.
It might have been me.
Last episode. There was a lot of motherfuckers in the episode. Okay. But
I've been cursing a lot. So, okay.
I don't think that was me. Now, I be cussing, but motherfucker is not my curse word of choice. It's too long.
I think it was me and Ednesha.
Okay. Yeah, it's a very long swear word.
It's also like a particular age range
That's
word.
fair. I'm more of a like bitch is my preferred cuss word.
Okay, yeah, that's not mine. So yeah, I can see that.
Right.
Or the fuck. I don't have time for motherfucker. That's a lot of syllables.
Now you condense it, motherfucker. It's a hey. It's
quick.
Drop it. You drop it.
Wow. Well, sorry for those at home.
Listen, they got a whole advisory on it. Nah, we did. All the time we do, because we never know. Okay? We get censored if we don't. Hold fast.
I'm gonna be more mindful.
Let's see.
Beep,
Let's see.
beep, beep, beep.
It would have been too many beeps up in this joint. Redact. But I think like that's the thing, right? Like it's not just words. Like there are so many things that make up communication. From the words we use, right? The way we use it, because some of us talk real fast, real slow, the cadence, the tone. You could be real hyped up, or you could be laid back, monotone. Hate monotone talk. It's like, give me something, or the body language. They all
give me
go
a
together.
climax. Give me something.
Let me know this conversation is over. Where are we in the storyline? But I generally don't have a lot of conflict in my life. And I think it's because of the way that I communicate, right? Like I'm pretty open generally, right? Like, but I've had some moments in my life when I haven't communicated well, which led to negative outcomes. Yeah. Either I wanted to be right, I didn't give a damn, or I just wanted to crush somebody's soul. So I have definitely been confrontational and hostile at times.
Who says they crush people's soul? Like, what the fuck?
That's how I feel.
I mean, I felt that, but I just never said it out loud. But okay.
But we being honest today, right? Like what we doing?
Yeah.
We're clearly communicating.
That's it. And now other times, right? People was like, oh my God, I love Kim. I'm positive. Let's talk about what we're doing, how we're going to grow, communicate with purpose. I'm present. I'm listening. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not on my phone. I'm asking questions to let you know I'm interested. Like, ooh, tell me why your kids got taken from you type shit. I'm I'm real
Now you're gonna hear the
present.
fuck today. I think that's gonna be my word. I'm stealing it, Marquia. Go ahead.
Listen, supportive. I've been vulnerable, empathetic, all the things, and trying to do some conflict resolution because repairing the damage. So I think like it's really important that we just talk about communication, and so I'm loving this conversation today. Before we get into it, I want to plug the workbook. Hey, sis, you okay? Which will
Come
help you
on.
with your communication, your
Yes,
boundary
Lord.
setting, your relationships, and your overall mental well-being. So if you haven't got it, this is a perfect time for you to get it. Go to the website and cop it so that you can, work on your communication because it's real out here. So I guess the first question I have, let's start at the beginning, right? Like, how did your family communicate growing up, and has that impacted the way that you communicate?
Marquia, what's up? How'd y'all communicate in that household? How many siblings you got? I think you gotta
These are
lay
a
it
lot
all
of
out so
personal
people
questions. Yeah, I
people
don't.
gotta understand, right?
Hold
You're
on,
right.
wait. Well, Marquia, we hosted. You be trying to make us go deep and personal. We was trying to return a favor.
Hello,
Now
ma'am.
this.
Let it
No,
go. You need to know more.
I don't know about that, but I'm the oldest of three. And I do give y'all a lot, okay. But there are just certain things where I'm like, that's enough of that. But I mean, we're all very different people. I'm the only water sign in my family, so I was always deemed the most quote unquote sensitive. I had two earth sign sisters, very stubborn, very, this is just what it is. My mom's an air sign. My dad's a fire sign. So it was just a lot of different communication styles in our house. I don't know if everything was effective or cohesive. I think we're still, figuring that out together. But with age comes growth. But yeah, it was just kind of, it varied. I mean, my parents were young when they had us, and well, not that young. Like my mom was like 25, my dad was 30. But I think everyone was just trying to figure out the best way to communicate. And even to this day, I don't know if I believe that we all know the best ways. I think we just kind of know, like, I'll just move out of your way, you out of mine. Like this, if I need this for my mom, I can say this. If I need certain thing for my dad, it's this. But yeah, it varied. I feel like, also being the firstborn, they I was the first kid, and then when they had my siblings, it just seeing it evolved is different. So it's probably not a clear answer because I don't,
That's it. Thank you for the answer.
Yes.
We don't have nothing to say about your answer about the question because that's how you answer. I love it. Ednesha, what about you?
I'm one of 7. Just be clear about that. And grandma lived with us too, and daddy and mommy. So it was a lot of things going on at one time. So I think that the tone was always, my dad, everybody looked at him as he was mean. I don't know if I felt that or not. I just didn't care. I don't know. I just asked for whatever I wanted, and he was kind of nice to me. Did he beat me? Yeah, I got whippings. I'm from that, Black family. I got whippings. My dad from Alabama. They used to get whipped with sticks and all types of things, from what I understand. So yeah, no, but the tone was, I think it was pretty just normal, but everybody was loud. There was no quietness in there because a closed mouth don't get fed on the boulevard. So my mom, all she probably heard all day was mommy, 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 for real. Because nobody really went to daddy. We went to daddy when we had to, but we just went to mommy. And then grandma, she was kind of loud. She had her stuff to say. So, but of the 7 of us, I was probably the most sensitive, similar to you, Marquia. Every time there was an issue, they were like, and the Academy Award goes to. That's what they used to say. They used to say I was always acting. Everything that happened to me, I've been feeling my feelings since I was a young child. And I've been very clear about what I felt as a young kid. But I think that 2 of my older siblings are very outspoken. And so I kind of learned from them. So out of the 7, I think like 3 of us are pretty outspoken. The rest of us, 2 of us don't talk really at all too much. And 2 of us are somewhere in the middle. So I think that became a very interesting kind of setup. But I do think it impacts the way I communicate because my husband, it was just him and his brother, his mother, and his dad. And so he's very quiet. And so he's like, why are you screaming at me? And I'm like, I'm not screaming. That's just the way I talk. When my mother comes over, he is like, yo, why is your mom so loud? When the whole family comes over, he just want to leave. And now I'm talking about a Haitian man. I mean, come on. Like, the shit was stacked against me, y'all. but I kept pushing. Here I
He
am.
was
I'm still
like,
here.
oh, okay, yeah, anyway. Most men are. I think that, that might be a story for a lot of women. Like they're always, women communicate, men don't. Or maybe they communicate through actions. Yeah, I think similar to you, big loud family, lots of aggression. I think just because like we didn't give a fuck. Like I think for me, like I've said before, I've had to learn how to like listen to people and be quiet and stop talking over people because that is everything that goes on in my family. When I was there in December, that shit was like 10 decibel levels higher than normal. So, it was people yelling and screaming, and we right there across from each other. They was playing spades. They came out. It came out. It came out. And I think that, I mean that, but I've also have been encouraged to be very vocal. And I think that shows up a lot in all the things that I do. Like, sometimes the things I say are tinged with anger or like, some annoyance. So I'm definitely not a quiet person. I can for sure say that. So I think, but I'm also not afraid to talk to anyone or go anywhere and speak to people. Like I'm usually the one that will initiate conversation with people because, I'm 5'10", I'm Black. Like, and again, like you said, closed mouth don't get fed. So you wanted something, you want that piece of chicken, you better go grab it or say it's yours, or otherwise
Especially
it's
the
gone.
pancakes on Saturday, yo. My mom used to be flipping pancakes like she worked at IHOP. But you better take one of them.
On a waffle out.
If you don't get one, it's over. My brothers used to eat all the pancakes, the bacon, the eggs. Like, yeah, man. I've been fighting all my life.
All my life
I feel
I
like
has to
Steely.
fight.
Yes.
But I'm a middle child, right? So I've got an older brother, I've got a younger brother. My mother birth space 9 years apart when both of them. So I've got middle child issues. Imagine that, all the middle children.
Wait, you're 9 years
there.
apart from each of your siblings?
Yes.
That's wild.
I'm a middle
by
child,
the end
so
of
I'm
the
number
year,
4.
by the end of the year, we all 9 years. She's like, "Oop, it's not." Pow, I'm out. Like, well, damn. Here goes somebody else. God damn. I thought it was over. So there's that. So I guess the next question I have is giving communication. Like, what are our triggers, or what sets you off? Because it's got to be a lot when you're talking to people, and all the kind of personalities colliding, and things get said, right? Like sometimes conflict starts from like miscommunication. What about you, Ednesha?
So I think that after years of being a therapist, I wish. So I'm gonna go with the things that I feel good about, and I'll also talk about what I don't. I guess. Well, no, we'll just talk about what doesn't feel good right now. I don't like people who are judgmental, and I don't like people who can be very critical, right? Because I think we don't ever know someone's story, what's going on in their lives, why things have happened, right? So I'd rather you just be a little bit more curious with me before you come in with the judgment and being critical with me. That doesn't work for me at all. My thing is like, did you think about what was you gonna say before you said it? Like you just kind of just talking. Did you think about how what you said was going to impact me and how that would make me feel before you said it? And so for me, that bothers me a lot. I don't like people to be judgmental because you don't know what's going on in my life. And so I'll do my best not to judge you. I'll reserve judgment and I'll ask questions first. So I think that type of stuff kind of ticks me off. And when I get mad, I usually cry because I have learned how to police myself. And so
how about regulate yourself? You learn how to regulate yourself.
Well, I mean, right. Listen, right. I could use emotional regulation, right? But I guess for me, it feels like policing of myself, right? Before somebody else is able to police me in some way, I do it. But yes, regulate myself. So I think I cry so that I won't outwardly show anger and maybe in more of a negative way. So I cry because I feel maybe a little helpless in the moment. And I need to kind of figure out what I'm feeling, figure out what's going on. And that's kind of my release. And once I do that, now I can figure out how I want to handle it. Now I can figure out what I want to say. I don't cry all the time, but it probably depends on the person that I'm dealing with and what they've said that really kind of hurt my feelings in some way. But normally I just take some deep breaths and I try and think about what I'm going to say before I say it because I understand that my words have impact. I probably wasn't always like that, I got better at that, but I remember choosing violence at one point in my life. And I never cursed you out, but I knew what to say to hurt you. Right? Like I could tear you down quick. And that's not fair to people, but I know how to do it. It's still
you know
in
how
me.
to crush souls too, huh? You won't break
She's
my
still
soul.
she's still in me. And you know, you catch me on the right day, I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna give you all the smoke. And I'm gonna hurt you. But, you know,
okay.
Oh, you said so Kim told me before we had a conversation, like she wanted the real today. So I was like, listen, no, I'm not gonna come. I probably don't come as Ednesha the therapist no more anyway. She probably, you know, she's still here, but this is really what happens. And you know, if I'm real about what happens in my life, the thoughts that I have. You know, I might not act on my thoughts, but they're there.
We all here.
Yeah, I'll crush you. I know what to say to crush you. I know your weaknesses. Yeah.
Gotta have soul power. What about you, Marquia? You crushing souls? I don't know.
I mean, I can, but I try very hard not to be that person anymore. I don't think people appreciate it, which is unfortunate, because then when I have to be that person, then it's no, oh my God, you went too far. Did I? Or did you ask for this? I don't do well with people that come in hot. Like, do not start on 10 because I'm not going to respond to that. I'm very like, okay, like you're upset. What happened? Explain to me, what is the issue? I want to help find the solution to the problem. So when you come in with all the I don't have it, I'm gonna shut down and I'm not gonna engage with you. Or if you keep pushing me and I'm not back into a corner, I'm going to hurt your feelings. Again, I do not like to be that person. So I'm always like, okay, like, see, you're upset. What happened? Like, talk me through it. Like, what's going on? Let's try to work through it.
Like, hold on. I'm trying to stop the tsunami. Don't play with me.
But when you still, keep going, or you are not willing to articulate what's going on, or it's just very accusatory, I don't respond well to that. I don't respond well when I am being vulnerable with people and it feels like I'm being criticized or judged. I shut down. I'll never tell you anything ever again. Literally, I will never tell you anything ever again. Are you okay? I'm fine. Oh, you see, I'm fine. Because you don't care. You don't want to know. So why am I going to waste my energy and my time sharing and communicating those things with you if you're either going to use it to judge me or use it to continue to be committed to not understanding the situation? Like, people don't have to share shit with you. People don't have to be vulnerable. People don't have to engage with you. And I think people forget that. Like, you are not entitled to anyone's story or anyone's business. And when people choose to share that information with you, when you mishandle that, whether intentionally or unintentionally, you have to understand that you're causing harm and it's ultimately going to impact how they engage with you moving forward. So when I communicate with people, I do try to keep that in mind. You know, even when people like share things that I don't necessarily agree with, I ask questions. I'm just like, okay, so tell me more. Like, okay, so you did this. Okay, like, why did you do this? How did this make you feel? You know, are you happy with your choice? I'm gonna let you walk away with the decision, boo. Like, at the end of the day. Now, there are sometimes I'll be like, no, friend, I don't know about that. But I do try to be cognizant, again, when people share those vulnerable moments, because, you know, we all make bad decisions in the moment and we all make choices and shit that feel right in the moment. And there's nothing worse when you're just like, damn, I'm just trying to make sense of it. And somebody's like, well, bitch, you know you was being dumb, right? Like, that just...
But that's that curiosity that I speak about, right? At least you're asking questions and being curious.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
I appreciate that. Yeah.
And it may not even be necessarily curious. It may be essentially me just being like, oh, I know if I say what I'm actually thinking, this is not going to be received well. So let me ask more questions so then I can have a more informed, okay, well, you know, I'm here to support you. And also when you come back and say, well, this is something, well, remember you said this is this. Is this in alignment with what you wanted to do? And you can change your mind. Changing your mind is always an option. But always. I just want you to remember these are, and I don't forget shit. Said. This is what you said. So I was acting in alignment with what information was provided to me. So yeah.
Okay now.
Okay, we got you today now, Marquia. All right now. You still crushing souls though. Listen, I think we all have that in us. I think what sets me off are very hypocritical people, right? Like, and by that I mean what people say versus what they do. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then you're gonna do something different. I think for me, because like truth and sort of living authentically means everything is in alignment. So now it feels like you lying. Like I don't like lying. If I know you lying, I'm like, If somebody says something that really like hits like one of my values, they might get some decibels and some tone. Like not like slut shaming, but just like things where you're like, wow, you really out here doing patriarchal shit and it's whack as fuck. So I think things that feel wrong, right? Like as a human response or behavior, that would definitely set me off. Some shit that somebody's doing wrong. I think people who are, for the most part, constantly critical of everything, like they criticize everything. It's like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Like, it's a problem with everything. Yeah, damn, you the problem.
You a negative ass person.
Go find your joy, motherfucker.
Everything is negative for you, right? Like that doesn't necessarily mean that, people are not negative, or the perception of negativity is truth telling, but it's like, damn. Like 90% of the time everything is wrong. People are wrong. You always got somebody to complain about. Like I get mad. Like I don't want to hear this shit. Like there's nothing here for us. But yeah, I mean, I don't really get too mad about people, and loud, aggressive. I think just because sometimes I'm seeing it as like a response to something, and it's like, all right, whatever. As long as you don't put your hands on me, you can say whatever you want. So, okay, well, what kind of communication do you respond well to? How somebody got to talk to you?
Talk to me nice. I'm very like I'm serious. Like especially like if I'm down bad, like special shout out to Carlette. Like
hey,
this
Carlette.
last month has been like really tough, and like she'll just be like, "Hey, friend, are you okay? Like, how are you feeling?" And just like holds the space. She doesn't try to solve it. I think there is something to people when your friends are upset. Stop trying to solve the problem, because maybe they just want to say, bitch, everything is terrible and I hate fucking everything. And here you are talking about, well, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bitch, no, it won't. It's actually not. It's not.
Yeah.
You're saying cloudy. Right. Actually, the forecast said it's gonna fucking thunderstorm.
They said cloudy with a chance of meatballs, but this
like there is something to like stop trying to solve people's problems. Like that should be but again, there's just something to people that are like, okay, what can I do? Or like, how can I help? Or if you do ask them, like, what could I have done differently? And they're not like, well, I wouldn't, like, no, they come in with like, hey, you said you wanted to do this, you did this. Maybe this is where it went left. Or is it possible that like they help you problem solve? Like that for me is very important when communicating. Or like if you see like someone doing something great and just be like, wow, I'm so proud of you, versus them sneak diss and hater ass people. Oh, I see you in your little thing going on. Like
but black people, they always use little for some shit. You be like,
how your little business going? Right.
What
you
trying
your little
to
podcast say? Like
doing well, thank you.
Right. Great. So much for little.
I'm doing shit you ain't doing.
Exactly. Hey. But you know what I mean? Like when people are not on that, when people are genuinely happy for you and genuinely mean it, or, genuinely check in. I hate a person be like, oh, hey girl, how you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm fine. And they're like, yeah, so let me take, and it's like,
I have some people that I don't even like to answer my phone because you don't care about me. I don't get a word in. And I listen to people all day. Can you at least listen to me for 2 minutes? Did you even ask me how I was doing? Or you just like,
right. Like just, and like sometimes, like your shit spills out, but then like, and then when it happens with me, I try to like turn it right back and be like, hey, like, so what were you saying? Like, back to what you were saying, like, like it's okay to try to, relate or commiserate in a moment, but also I think there's something to people that turn it back to you, like, okay, no. Or like I have friends that will hold me accountable and be like, oh, but I asked you a question and you didn't answer the question. Like I asked you how you were doing and then you asked me about me. Like, hold on, let's go back to that and have that conversation. So those things do well for me.
More of that for Marquia in 2024. What about you, Ednesha?
What kind of balanced communication works well for me? No, I mean, I think that when I'm talking about communication, just meaning like when you call and you want to talk, yes, I am here to listen, right? But also I will probably like to talk to. So something a little bit more balanced. And also I need people with energy, right? Like now, if you're sad, like I get it, but like you have to have some type of energy. I can't do the monotone thing. Just doesn't work for me. It just kind of kills me altogether. And yeah, I think I need somebody who is patient, right? I think that they are patient with their words. They're not trying to get it all out to me at one point, right? Like they kind of slow down a little bit. Yeah, I just like people who take me into consideration, I guess. And so how do I take people into consideration? How do people take me into consideration? I think that's all that I want. Yeah. If you can do that, I can respond well to that.
Y'all heard it here. Listen, we giving y'all the blueprint to a good relationship. You better listen up. I like people who use decisive, like very kind of like clear communication. I can't follow people who just, I have been that person and I absolutely know how it feels because people have given me that feedback. But like, if you take me on a whole damn story and tangents, I don't know where the fuck we at.
Yo,
what we trying to do here?
Clear, concise communication. It'd be nice.
What you want now? I done lost the damn point 5 minutes ago in the second story. So I think I like a lot of people just like words, and sometimes it's like, oh my God. So like get to the point. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do like people who are empathetic, like people, oh yeah, I can see how that a lot of, like, all right, did you hear what I said? Do you get it? Like, don't try and give me devil's advocate and shit. No, like
the devil don't need no advocate.
Like, come on. I think people who like remember things, like if I told you something a while back and you like, oh yeah, I remember, like that means you were really paying attention to like who I am. Like, how you like, oh, how's that thing that you was telling me about?
Yep.
That means a lot because you were paying attention, right? And I think a lot of people don't listen and they don't pay attention. They don't. You're like, well, damn, you don't remember me telling you that 8 times? I ain't telling you no more.
Right.
I'm done. Okay, done. So,
I'm doing if you don't care.
Right. I generally respond well, I think, to people who have like interesting things going on, people who are doing things. Like, I'm not really someone who is stagnant. So people are like, oh, like if you watch TV all day, every day, and you don't do nothing with your life, I'm not going to.
Don't call me. I'm
not that kind of friend.
Be careful if you go out at night because you're going to be out all night. But yes.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, wow.
I'm not trying to just exist. I'm trying to live. But when it comes to Kim, I'm going to live before 11 with you. That's all I got to say. We can have a crazy time in the daytime.
Last time I saw her, 2-something, 3 o'clock in the morning, I said, Jesus.
It was a regular night. We was chilling.
And she still had energy. I'd be looking over at her like, what do you got, a Duracell battery in your back? Like, what is going on?
It's a superpower.
I leave at 3 and she'd be like, oh, and then I went another place after. How?
Right. The after party.
Listen, y'all, I'm not a party person. These are moments. These are not everyday things. I want to help people understand. Okay. It's not Monday through Sunday. I do not do that because most of the time I'm in front of a computer working. So
this is true.
These are moments of good times and
very good moments.
Big moments. Yes.
So to frame that. Yeah, I think I just, I like interesting people. I like people who have interesting things. Even if you like really like into something, obsessively into something, like, let's talk about it.
At least you got some passion.
Yeah.
You need some passion. What you into?
Don't be a wet blanket because it ain't gonna be nothing. Okay, I gotta go. How has your communication style or habits changed over time? If so, like how's that been going?
Has it changed over time? I think that the way that I communicate has definitely changed over time. I think that I'm a better communicator. I think that the bulk of the work that I do as a therapist is that I help people communicate. So I had to get to a point where I was a better communicator because of that. I think that over time, I've chose violence less. I've advocated for myself more. Like I figured out what I want and what I need, and I'm able to actually say it now in a way that maybe could have been hard for me at other times. I'm more clear at times and more concise. I try not to go around the block. Unless I got a good story, but I'm going to tell you I got a good story because I want you to know what I'm doing. I want you to know that there's a beginning and an end to this and that I won't just be aimlessly talking to you. But I do think that as I've grown as a person, that my communication has improved and I'm better at boundaries than I ever was before. So I'm excited about that, actually. I think I'm a better friend too these days because of that. So I appreciate that about myself. And I know how to, you know what, my communication's changed. I know how to tell people how I feel about them. Like, especially when I care about you, I'm able to say it now in a way that I don't know. I know I said it before when I was younger. I remember that, but I'm really able to tell people like how I feel about them. And I like that about me.
It's a cultural thing, right? Like, motherfuckers don't just be like, I appreciate you type shit. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, nah. It'd be like, you good? What was that? Like, was that supposed to be you telling me I did a great job? Like the things that we say sometimes, I'll be just like, ugh. Can you kind of explain it? Can you give me more? So yeah, I think I'm more vulnerable, which I actually like these parts of me. Someone texted me the other day and was like, I really appreciate our friendship. Like, thank you. And I was like, oh, because she's not the type of person who communicates like that. But because I would tell her I appreciate her and I love her and stuff like that, now she does the same. And she was like, yeah, I wasn't like that. So actually she thought that I liked her. Like romantically. Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, I told her that I loved her before, and I was like, I really like, I have fun with you, and one day she just was looking at me in the car, like
she like,
I
why
said,
you
oh
speaking
wait,
to me sexually?
I said,
on the phone,
I said, wait, I said, oh wait, you think I like you? She was like, I wasn't sure. No, I just like you as a person. I love our friendship. I love you. Like she was like, oh, like I don't usually communicate with people like that, and people don't communicate with me like that. So I was confused. I was like, oh, damn. She thought I was coming on to her.
Okay, young M.A.
You call her Stephanie? I call her Stephanie.
Ooh.
Yo.
I just want the neck, no more.
Yo, I seen the look on her face in the car. I was like, oh, wait. I said, oh, wait, you think I like you like romantically? She was like, I wasn't sure. And I said, oh, damn.
I'm not tricking the girlies into thinking that I date them.
You're not out here tricking people.
No. Maybe some men. Anyway. But men, I think, also choose to hear what they want to hear. I do believe that a lot of times. Yeah, I'll leave that at that. But as I've gotten older, I mean, I've always been big on clear communication because I don't like my feelings to be hurt. So I try not to hurt other people's feelings. But I've also gotten real good at just not speaking when I'm like, oh, like I'm not doing this. Like, I'm done communicating now. I'm not engaging. I don't engage in shit. People start yelling and doing all that shit. I'll be like, all right, well, talk to me when you're calm because I'm not meeting you there. So you have a great time being mad by yourself. When you want to talk, we can talk. If you don't want to talk, I wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. It's that simple. So that's kind of how mine has really evolved. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. Like, you got it. Like,
people are sometimes just so committed to like misunderstanding and being in conflict. Like, you're like, damn, you got to recognize when that happens. But yourself, like,
you got it.
Remove yourself.
You seem upset. If you would like to talk about this when you are calm, I am happy to do so. If you feel that this is not worth having a conversation later, okay.
I think how my communication style or habit has changed over time is that, you know, I think when I was younger, I wasn't as confident, right? Like to speak up or to say things. So I think a lot of things slid, and it depended on the situation, like work shit, because I didn't want to get rowdy, let them see the real Kim, you know, like, ooh, y'all tsunami coming your way. You got some dynamite. I got TNT for that ass. So, but now, you know, I know how to read people out in lavender professionally. But I also think just like, you know, for a long time, I think sometimes how it came out wasn't always in the best of ways. And so, you know, really understanding, you know, how I communicate with people for understanding or for that, for whatever is super important, right? Like, if I want this to go well, how do I need to approach this and speak about it? You know, I really do think about like my tactics that I have to deploy in certain situations. Like, you know, if you say this is what's going to happen. And so I really had to like take stock of how I want an outcome to be, and then backtrack and figure out how do I put that in place. But I think for a lot of people, right, like as you get older and more things come about your way and you learn how to handle them, you develop confidence and you can speak more confidently. Like my words have definitely changed, or the words that I've used. So I think that's definitely, I've seen that, right? Like, yeah, I've got a business. I can talk business to people, right? Like, I may not have been able to do it as well before, or be in spaces where I'm, managing, certain things. And so I think that just comes with time, or also experience, right? Like putting yourself in places and spaces where you're getting that experience to do that is super important. Does being a Black woman impact the way you communicate or how people receive your communication?
Definitely impacts how people receive it. Doesn't change how I communicate though. And the older I've gotten, I'm Black, listen. And I be at work like, these are some cultural differences here. And I don't understand it from a cultural standpoint. A la, in the vein of communication, the lack of please and thank yous, the lack of hello before asking you for something in an email, just be confusing the shit out of me. And every time I just be like, did we go to bed together last night? I'm confused. Like, why are you not saying hello? Why are you not saying good morning? Why are you not saying please? Why are you not saying thank you? Ain't no slaves here. So
you like talk to me nice.
And I dead ass will respond to people. Like when people are like, oh, I need this. I'm sorry. Hello, good morning. How are you? Oh, hi, how are you? That's what the fuck I thought. Like, don't do that. Yes, I get a paycheck here, but I am a person first. And I remember, what was it, when I worked at the University of Albany, JR, I know JR don't listen to this, but in the event that JR ever did, me and JR went at it one time and he said, I just don't understand why you can't do what I tell you. I said, because slavery is over and my daddy don't talk to me crazy and you're not going to talk to me crazy. It's that simple. My daddy don't talk to me like this.
Not the slavery. He wasn't ready for that.
No,
JR was like, what in the, who in the?
JR was tired of me. But then we became like the best of friends. That's my homie. I loved him so much. But it just took a little minute.
After you had to pull him.
You had to bust him up.
Because I'm not the one or the two. Again, we can be as cordial and as happy as you want to be. You set the tone. You get crazy with me, I match your energy. I used to try to code switch and shit. I be mean, it's like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, oh well.
Yeah, I've been a code switcher throughout. My whole life. I ain't gonna front. I'm better now. I think that I was watching something, I think, and it was like, it's nice to get to that point where you don't give a fuck. And I'm almost there. Like I'm a step away from it, but I definitely don't give a fuck as much as I used to. And it's really nice.
Yay.
Like I really just get to be me, right? And say the things I want to say in the tone that I want to say it, with any inflection that I want to give. Like if I want to give a little Black girl, head or whatever, like I do it all now. I don't kind of think about how it impacts the other person, because I know that I'm being respectful. Like all the things I'm supposed to be when I communicate with people, I am that. But I just got to put my Black girl tinge on it now. And I'm okay with that, right? Like, and I think about in workspaces where I was like the only Black girl and how hard that was sometimes. And I would try not to use too much slang words, and I would try and make sure that I was like concise and clear and things like that. And back then I wasn't doing it so that I could communicate better, is that I was trying to make other people feel more comfortable. And I think it's really nice to be in a space in my life where like, I don't need to make you feel comfortable in that way, right? I can just be me. And if that's not comfortable for you, then you got to figure out why it's not. I don't got to take care of you. And I think that in some way, I was taught to take care of people and their feelings. And maybe it was because I was one of 7 kids, right? And I was taking care of other people and their feelings so much because there were so many of us. But I don't have to do that anymore. And so I think that that's been really nice. I think that as a Black woman, I don't always feel heard. And, as a therapist to mainly Black and brown women, I hear that a lot. I have clients who are VPs and things like that, and they still feel like, their opinions are not taken with the same weight as other people. Like someone else will have to come behind their idea and basically co-sign it. And then everybody is like, yeah, it's a great idea. And so I think that struggle to feel seen and feel heard as a Black woman sometimes, I think causes us to communicate in a different way. Because now I got to put a little bass in my voice because you act like you don't hear me, because you act like you don't see me. And so now I got to make you see me and I got to make you hear me. And that's really tiring. I don't want to do all of that. But sometimes we have to do it. And I think that can be really rough being a Black woman and having to communicate in a certain way where you feel seen and you feel heard and respected by other people. It could be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I think about, I mean, it's not just white spaces, it's male dominated spaces, right? Like, I will say, excuse me, did you not hear what I just said? Oh, I just said that. Like, I'm not playing with you, because what we're not going to do is sit here and let you take my intellectual property, my brilliance, my creativity, because people will remix your shit and act like it was theirs. And I think of, it does impact like how we communicate as Black women, because sometimes we have to protect ourselves, right? Like, is it a protection or defense mechanism because we know that we're not going to be heard, or we know that people are going to misconstrue what we say, right? Like they say, introverted quiet girls are seen as stuck up or this, so damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, live how you want to, because it won't matter anyway if you try to people please, or you try to, you be more palatable to people, because it'll never work, because you're a Black woman. So fuck it, go be loud, because that's what I am. People can hear my laugh from a mile away. I'm very talkative, so people was like, so they understand that when I'm in the building, we having a good time. What you want? Coming up towards the end a little bit, right? Are there any communication habits you want to incorporate or work on in 2024?
I think I want to continue to be clear in my communication. I think that's always very important. Now there's some people who are going to work their hardest to misunderstand you, and ain't nothing I can do about that. But I can do my best to be clear and continue to be concise and continue to be curious. I think for me, that's really what I want to be: clear, concise, and curious. I want to continue to bring that into 2024. And maybe not having so many feelings around everything. I like to feel my feelings, but sometimes, everything didn't need a feeling. Everything that bothered me, I don't got to talk about it, right? I could work some shit out on my own. I don't need to work it out with the person. And if I really do, then I should. But I think that I don't have to feel all the feelings all the time, because I don't know if it's always beneficial. So that's what I'm going to try and do.
I want to stop expecting people to communicate in the ways that I do.
Oh, come on. That's a word. That's a word. I can't front. That's a word.
Snaps on that. Let me snap
That's
on
how
that.
you get your feelings hurt. Because especially in this last month and a half, I am a very clear communication person. I did not like this. This is why I did not like this. Moving forward, I would like you not to do X, Y, Z. Is there anything that I do that you also feel similarly about that I too can work on? Because you can't just be like, ooh, bitch, but you're wrong all the time and act like you don't do shit wrong. And when I'm learning that people are not, they're not able to communicate truthfully, and maybe it's because people didn't give them the space to, or the opportunity to, but people really struggle with just being truthful and being honest and communicating in clear ways. And at my big old age of 36, every single time my feelings get hurt because I'm like, I just don't understand. I told you clearly what I needed or what I wanted, and I asked you to do the same, and you opted to do the complete opposite. So in order to preserve my mental health, my feelings, my everything, I'm just going to be leaving people where they're at. Okay, girl. So clearly, or okay, sir, clearly you can't, communicate in the way that I need. Maybe this is not something that I need in my life. Good luck. Godspeed. Goodbye. I'm just, because I can't, it's not sustainable.
You said kiss my grits. Okay.
Yeah, kiss my ass, actually.
Oh, yes.
In the words of Tyra Banks, kiss my fat ass.
Oh, okay, Tyra. We out here quoting Tyra. We out here quoting Tyra in 2024. Come on, Tyra.
Throwback
so relevant.
That was a moment when she really thought she ate. Talking about kiss my fat ass.
All right,
but yeah.
She should have said kiss my big forehead. That'd have been more accurate.
Kiss my light bulb head.
I can't with y'all.
My big fat forehead, baby. I'd have got that. Okay.
If y'all don't know, maybe we should put the YouTube clip in the notes so people can go revisit that
They gonna be
meltdown she
like,
had on her
"Ooh."
show.
They could Google that, girl. They go on YouTube themselves. You got the gist. Go find it. Type in
But
Tyra
yes.
and the phrase, and it'll pop up.
Wild times.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's where
The
I'm
good
at.
old days. No.
Yeah. I think I would like to work on being more thoughtful. I realize that like the things that I do for people, like they're like big helping things, but they're not like little thoughtful things like, oh, I thought about you, I saw this thing, I gave you a gift, or
Me
like that's
neither.
not my scene.
Oh, that's me all day.
Right. But I don't want to do it a lot. I just want to do it enough where it's like, okay, right? Like,
Mhm.
because usually I don't really talk to people a lot. Like, I like to see people in person. I don't really like talking on the phone a lot because it's like I'm doing shit. Like, I need my hands to be free. So I heard you
Mhm.
say that, and I was just thinking about how to help a little bit, or like, just wanted to follow up, right? Like, I don't do good follow up.
Okay.
I got my phrase, hey, I'm checking up on you. Like I copy and paste that to anybody,
Good
and
Lord.
because I don't have time to be like, hey, person, that because it's a
Mhm.
lot of people, but like I'm invested in you. I'm checking up on
Okay.
you. Is that enough? I don't know, but I guess I got to figure out what that thoughtful really looks like, because that could get me caught up in a lot of things too.
Yeah.
You got to figure that out. So, is it building a culture of thoughtfulness amongst my people? Maybe.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
How do we do more of that, right?
Yeah. But that also is like, I didn't come from that. Like, we had no
Right.
money to do shit like that. But, whatever. We'll see. I mean, are there any communication habits you want to let go? Let it go.
That's a hard one.
I'm not over accommodating anymore. So in the same vein as what
Bam.
I said what I said. Like get with it or get left in 2024. Like Shark Tank, I'm out. Like that's just where I'm at with it. So
Shark Tank, I'm out. I don't know if I really need to. I don't think I need to let go of anything. Yeah. No.
There it
I'm all
is.
right. I'm all right. I'm all right. There it is. I'm all right.
Nothing with the triggers.
Let me be clear. Let me be
Nothing
clear.
with the shit that set you off. None of that. Oh, okay, keep it on now.
Well, if
Keep
it
it
set
on.
me off, that's just a message, right? It's sending me a message that I'm not happy about what's being said, right? I'm not going to always, like, anger is real, disappointment is real, frustration are real feelings, right? Like, so, yeah, maybe I don't need to do anything about my triggers. Maybe you need to not do shit that you doing. Like, it ain't me. It's you.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
More understanding.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think there are moments when I don't want to know if it's overreacting or I make up stories in my head about like people. And so when I get a hold of you, I'm acting on that story. And sometimes I just need to ask questions like, so I
Why
want to
would you do
let go of
that?
that. Right. Like, what were you thinking? So I want to let go of stories that I make up about people in the absence of things, right? Like, oh, right. Like she see me calling her. Well, you see me calling him. Like I don't need to do all of that. I'll just be like, all right, maybe they busy. Right. Like that's what like, let's not, make up devastating negative things in my head about people in the
I like
absence of
that.
their communication, or when they're being passive aggressive, like they're like purposely doing it.
Let niggas sit in their passive aggression, child. They'll be all right.
Don't bring that shit over here. Don't no. If you want to
Baby.
sit in it, don't sit with me.
Don't
But I'm
come
saying you
for
can
me
sit in
because
over
I'm gonna
there.
sit
I'm not gonna
don't come
engage.
for me because I didn't sit for you.
Yeah, nobody got no time for that shit. Learn how to properly communicate, people.
Like, you
Yeah,
could be mad over there in your corner.
mm,
Holla at me when you're ready to talk.
chop, So, okay, well, what tools, resources can listeners use for healthy communication? Like, we done did some things. What can they use to help them out?
I think I need people to embrace empathy. Like, I really need y'all to. Like, I need you to seek to understand people's perspectives, right? I need you to acknowledge people's emotions. I need you to respond with compassion, y'all. Like, everybody don't want no smoke with you. Okay? That's what I need. I need people to listen when someone is telling you the way that they want to be communicated to, right? And also, if I communicate to you the way that you are speaking to me is negatively impacting me, please listen. Please listen and think about doing something different. I think that, one more. I think that you need to really prioritize self-care and recognize when you need to kind of establish some boundaries, to protect your well-being, right? Nedra Tawwab, she has a great book, Set Boundaries, Find Peace. Okay, y'all. I got it. Like, I just need you guys to really kind of establish boundaries with people so you can protect yourself. Because, if other people around you won't change, then you have to change. That's what I'll throw out there for now. Maybe I'll figure out some other stuff before we end it. But go ahead, y'all. Somebody else get the people something.
I'm a big fan of self-reflection. I'm actually probably a hermit. The older I get, the more I'm just like, I just like my own company. But I do reflect back on things and situations. If I have discussions, probably think about it too much, if we're being honest. Because I've had conversations where I've called him and been like, okay, girl, so like this happened. And like, do you think I was wrong? And like, do you think I should have done this differently? And like, what could I have done differently? But I also live in a space, if I care about you, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Like, I never try to go into it with malicious intent. Now I'm human. And again, if you catch me on the wrong day, you say some slick shit. Hey, I'm sorry about it. And I'll apologize and say, maybe I didn't have to say that to you. But I'm also able to reflect and be like, hey, like, I think I fucked this up, or I miscommunicated this. And, if I offended you, that definitely wasn't my intention. I'm totally sorry for doing that. Whatever. Like, I'm not like if you felt away, like, I'll say I'm sorry if I'm wrong, given I'm wrong. Now, if I'm not wrong, I'm not saying sorry, but I'll be sorry that you're upset. I'm upset. I'm sad that we're in this place, but I'm not sorry that I had to tell you that you ain't shit. That may not be sorry about that. So
wait, not tell you that you ain't shit. Damn, Marquia.
Sometimes
I was on board with you until you hit me that one.
You ain't shit, motherfucker.
She did say earlier. I said what I said.
So like, there are some situations where you just got to be like, and you were dead ass wrong, and I'm not sorry. And that's just what it is.
I want to be clear and concise with my communication.
Absolutely. But if I feel like, damn, maybe I had to come at it like that. Damn, I came in hot. And maybe these are the factors that were impacting it. I could say, damn, I'm sorry. Like, it wasn't even all that.
I love that. I think like two things, right? Like, Ednesha, the thing you said about expressing gratitude and appreciation regularly to people, right? I think we have to model that, because once you do it, then other people will respond, or they'll do it too. So it's got to start with somebody,
Right.
Text 5 people like what you appreciate about them, because we need that, right? Like,
they're gonna talk to you nice if you do that shit. I tell you that much.
Right.
If you're coming hot, I don't know what you're
if
going
you say
get.
You ain't shit motherfucker, they're like,
now we got to talk about conflict resolution at that point. Because now you want smoke.
Yeah.
But I will say this about conflict. Just the one thing. A lot of people are conflict averse, but wanting to throw rocks and hide their hand. Don't get crazy with me and then be mad.
And I'm like, with you.
I said this. So like conflict resolution, however, as the kids say, stand on business. If you're going to be if you're going to try to have beef and smoke with people, be ready to deal with the consequences and be able to have a conversation, and don't bitch out and be like, oh, no. You said what you said, right?
I got to give it to you now.
Okay. Yeah. That's all I had to say on that. Sorry. Yeah. Triggering.
No, I listen, but I mean, that's what this is about, right? Like, we get in conflict. Somebody want to be right. Like I just said, I'm trying to crush souls. It don't need to be about proving a point or being the smartest or whatever. So I think sometimes we got to think about the energy we want to expend on this. Like, do I really want to make somebody like one of my best friends feel really bad after they did something that they made me mad? No, like, that's not helpful to pile up on people when they already in fucked up situations or they did something, And so I think choosing your battles wisely is probably one of the best pieces of advice advice that anyone can take or give, right? Like, what do you want, the smoke or not? If you don't want the smoke, you don't want the energy, or you don't want the relationship to sour. People be breaking up over like weird shit. And I was like, well, wait, y'all not friends because of that? I'm so confused. How did that work?
Right.
People be breaking up
petty shit. Like that's what it was.
But it's not that though.
In 10 years.
But we also know that it's not that though. That's the straw. The petty thing was the straw. And I think that also to the point about self-reflection, that people have to remember that too. Were you doing little shit the whole time and the person was saying, hey nigga, I don't like this. Hey bitch, I don't like this. And you just kept doing the same shit. And then you fucked around and found out on the last thing. You're like, really? You mad over $5? The $5 is a representation. Like, that's the thing that people don't
Bitch, I'm mad about $1. Right. I'm mad about $1. One damn dollar. I feel you. There's so many layers to this. I mean, we could talk forever, but we should go because, I mean, we did the damn thing. Yeah, okay, but we did the damn thing. I think we didn't curse a lot. We gave them energy. We let each other talk. It was real different from the
I got a nigga, I got a bitch. I mean, I heard a lot. But again, we did a great job, ladies. Thank you for listening, guys. No.
It was the frequency of the words. It was a lot. That's episode. That's all I can tell you. Marquia, take us out, girl.
Yeah, thank y'all as always for listening to the Black Women Be Whole podcast. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, you can follow us on social media at Black Women Be Whole. You can also head over to our website at blackwomenbewhole.com, where you can also purchase the workbook that Kim mentioned earlier in the episode. See how I tied that back in. And we'll be back probably with like one more episode for this season. And then we'll be back again with like another season. So like, it's just like it's like a mashup. Don't forget about
us. We'll be back.
It's a little intermission and we back because we took a really long one. So
we can't go way too long. Woo.
Yeah, we can't do that again. So again, thank y'all for listening and have a great day. Bye, y'all.
All right, y'all. We see y'all next time.
Thank you for listening to the Black Women Be Whole podcast. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, you can find us on Instagram at Black Women Be Whole, on Facebook at Black Women Be Whole. You can even go to our website, blackwomenbewhole.com, where you can join our mailing list and you can find out what we're doing as far as events, where we'll be, if we're vending. You can also get a heads up on any information about upcoming podcasts and any product releases we're having. We appreciate you, sis. We'll see you next time.